Welcome back to So Much Fun. Today, let's start with the 4-H pledge.
I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Today, you will be learning how to do the slip stitch.
Hello, I'm Toy Degree, the Family and Consumer Education Agent with Rowan County Cooperative Extension, and I am back with So Much Fun and another stitch. Today we're going to be working on the slip stitch. The slip stitch is a stitch that's used to hold a folded edge to a flat piece of fabric. And so it will look similar to some of the other stitches, but there's just a different technique that we're going to be using. Of course, we're going to start out with our basics, one of our cling finish samples, our needle with a long and a short tail, and our thimble. Now the directions for this one says we're going to start from right to left, and we're going to go in just underneath the fold where we folded our fabric. So we're going to go in here so that our knot will not be seen, and then we're going to go down into the flat edge. We're going to take up a few threads of the fabric and come back through. When we do, we're going to just slide our needle through, and so it's going to be like an up and down type motion. So let me get set up, and I'll be back with you to show you how to do the slip stitch. Let's get started with our slip stitch. So just a few things before we get started. This will be the inside of your fabric where you will make your stitches, and this will be the outside where your stitches will show. Our objective always is to be consistent in the size and the spacing of our stitches, as well as to make clean, nice stitches. So let's go ahead and get started. Pattern piece ready, needle, thread, and thimble. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go from right to left. And what we're going to do is we are going to go from right to left, and we are going to enter on the side of the fabric, just under the fold, or in this case, we can refer to it as a hem. On the side here, pushing through with our thimble. Remember to, as you pull through, grab your tail, pull through. And so what we're going to do is we're going to be taking up a little bit of the threads from this flat fabric going through the flap. And what we're going to do is we're going to make little, what looks like, or will look like, triangles. So we're going to slip our needle through here, pick up just a few stitches, up through the fold, pushing through with our thimble, pulling through, and voila, a slip stitch. And we will continue that same thing and look at the other side. Very, very invisible, and it is sometimes called the invisible stitch because it is made to be that. So you're only taking up just a few of the threads from the fabric and not going all the way through, just slipping through real lightly, or not all the way through, just picking up just a few. So that's why it's called a slip. So we're going to continue on with the next one. We're going to move on down. Remember, we're going to pick up just a few. As we do that, we're going to come up through the fold, push through with our thimble, pull, catch our tail, and voila, our next stitch. And we're just going to continue this on down. Remember, you control how far apart they are, how wide they are with your stitches, and you are in control of that. Same thing. Pull through, and voila. And you can see that I've gotten a little bit wider, and that's easy to control. So, and I'm also trying to make them a little bit wider so that I can get through this a little bit in a timely fashion. Again, down, taking up just a little bit, up through the fold, push through with the thimble, pull through, voila. That one's a little bit wide. I can control that. Come back in a little bit, come down. Remember, taking just a little bit up. Gonna come right here, push through with the thimble, and you can see where it's making your little triangle at the bottom, or so it looks. Pull through, and voila. And I'm just going to continue on through this sample, keeping in mind that yours will be closer together. And this is one of those stitches that can be used for a hem too. It's a really good functional stitch. Voila. And mine are just a little bit long on one side. So I'm going to see if I can get that back in. But now it's easier because I can lay the fabric on the table a little bit more. And that went into a whip. Now how that happened, I'm not real sure. So here again, you can always pull out. If they don't, if they're not what you want them to be, you can pull out. And you can see that they're a little bit wide on that side. You can always pull the stitch out, start back over, and continue till you get to the end. That's the beauty of having just the one tail. And this will allow you to get as much practice as you need to get. So let me get back on track here. Just a little bit up. I'm going to come up. Let me get this one back in. And that one's a little better. Okay, you can see the difference. So I'm just going to finish this up. Taking a little bit up from the bottom, up through the fold. Pushing through with my thimble, pulling out. And that one is nice. And then what you really can see, that you really can see how well you've done when you pull it up like this, and you can actually see your stitches a little bit better. That also, you can also control how far you go up or you go down so that you can see your stitches. But keep in mind now, this is to hold this piece down. So you want to be sure that you come up through the fold or hold it down. So let's just go ahead and finish up. You have the basic knowledge of what to do. Push through with your thimble. And look, finish strong. Remember when you get to the end, how you're going to finish it. You are going to go through the hole that you went through the last time. Come back up through it. Here is going to be your loop. And all you're going to do is pull it through. There's your loop at the bottom. Come back through your loop. Pull it through. Knot it. Clip it. And you are done. So, that's the gist of it. I hope you had so much fun. I know I did.